Okay, how about this? Where would you rather watch the first 4 days of the tournament? At the game or at a game or a sports book? Paul sent this one over.
I would say a sports book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that atmosphere there, and you get to watch all the games. You don't have to. If you go to a game, if the game's not good, you're stuck. But if you go to the sports book, then you're not stuck. So I would say going to the
kind of better than the local bar, too.
Better.
Like your local bar. I just keep doing it.
Yeah, you're setting me up.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Who would you rather, which Davis would you rather watch the first 4 games with? Hannah. What?
Hannah Davis?
I'm going to go Hannah Davis then, if that's on the list.
Derek Jeter's wife? Is that Hannah Davis?
I think so, right?
Swimsuit?
The DirecTV genie back in the day.
Okay. Swimsuit model. Slow down there, Todd.
It was the genie.
I know. We're 8 minutes in. You're on fire.
Yesterday I didn't speak till like 10:48:09 or something.
Pace yourself.
Right.
Pace yourself.
Now, we've already ripped through 4 poll questions, too. We're just shot out of a cannon this morning.
Okay. So Seth Davis will join us coming up, and Reese Davis will then join us the following hour. Remember when we heard the story, or at least there was a report, maybe a rumor, something was leaked by the NCAA that they were considering expanding to 96 schools. I don't think that this was an accident that it got out there. What happens a lot of times with leagues, I think the NFL is really good at doing this. They'll give something, information to an insider, and then the insider then throws it out. And then the NFL reacts, went to our reactions or the media's reaction, fans' reaction. And I think that's what happened with the NCAA. We're at 68. Then there was talk of 96. And I remember asking Jim Boeheim. Jim Boeheim said, yeah, I'm all for it. We asked Mike Krzyzewski last week. He goes, no. You got to be careful. You don't want to ruin, you got a great thing going here. This is what I think will happen. 96 isn't going to happen. Not now. But let's say they added 4 more play-in games. I don't think anybody would be upset at that. Right? Maybe we start our games Tuesday afternoon and then Wednesday afternoon. And they would be at the same site, same location. And I think that might be a way of, let's say we expand it to 70, 76, 78 teams, something like that. We're not getting to 96, at least I don't think we are, but I do think we're going to expand the tournament. And keep this in mind with the NCAA, this is their moneymaker. This is where they make their revenue. And why wouldn't you expand? We're looking at college football with the playoffs. They haven't even gotten to 12, and they're already getting to 14 a couple of years later. The amount of money that's there, the NCAA understands that as well as anybody, and that's why I think we'll expand the tournament. I just don't think we're going to expand to 96. And I hope they don't, because that's why you have a regular season. Everybody gets the opportunity to play in March Madness. All you have to do is win your tournament. You get an automatic bid. Why have a regular season if you're going to have 96 schools that go in? The conference tournament, win it, and you're going to go in. Even if you don't win it, you could still make March Madness. I don't think we have to make it, a participation type trophy for everybody. Hey, I remember somebody with the NCAA said the following to me, that, I was talking about the bowl games. And they said, well, we want people to, we want these kids to come away with winning. They probably lost their last game, and now you get to play in a bowl game. To which I said to the person with the NCAA, well, what about the team that loses the bowl game to the team that gets to have a win in their last game? He said, I didn't think of that. I go, well, it just seems kind of obvious that, yeah, everybody gets to win a game. We don't need participatory trophies. Not with this. I mean, some of it has to be cutthroat. Some of us that's what we love about it. Not everybody gets in. You got St. John's upset, Seton Hall upset, Pittsburgh's upset. They want to get in. And at what point do you go, hey, you can't complain? If you get to 96, I don't want to hear any school saying, we got jobbed here. All right, if we add 4 more, 8 more, 12 more schools. Okay, you're still going to get some, coaches, fan base who are like, we got screwed here. It feels like the story of this year's tournament is about the seeding of certain schools, certain conferences. Now, I think the Big East is the second best conference, basketball-wise. Do I only get 3 schools out of there? I think that's unfair. It feels like the NCAA was favoring certain conferences over others, but Big East is still great basketball there. And I can understand why Seton Hall and St. John's would be disappointed. Pittsburgh would be disappointed not getting in. But you do have the opportunity to get in. Like, if Seton Hall wins a game, Seton Hall is in the tournament. St. John's, they took Connecticut as, far as they could and lost a close one. Yeah, Seton.
It is interesting, to the expansion point, in that you can have a team that doesn't get in that still beat the number 1 overall seed and beat Marquette, who's a 2 seed, and beat St. John's twice, and they still aren't good enough to get into the tournament. I guess it speaks to the parity to some degree.
Yeah, and that's what they want. I mean, they want the fact. I don't think that they want a number 1 overall seed that everybody thinks is going to win again. I think that they want to have that, oh my gosh, that kind of tournament there. And it feels like we're having more and more of that. People said Providence should be in. That's another Big East. Indiana State, Oklahoma. I get it. But, at what point do you say it's about you, not about the selection committee? But I do think that we'll expand. We always expand in every sport, and we'll do that with March Madness. But, the first 4 in, I'll watch. I'm always curious if there's somebody there. And a lot of this is you're going to get introduced to players. Although there is a player, and Seton brought this up a couple of, maybe it was a week ago, and everybody recognizes Caitlin Clark, the great scorer, but Seton brought up a player from Nebraska. Now, he's a senior there. Is it Kasai Tominaga?
Casey.
It is Casey.
Yeah, it's like KC, yeah.
Oh, it is, okay. Well, he's from Japan. He's a senior. I watched his highlight reel last night.
Yeah, that dude is awesome.
He is not afraid, and he is a sniper. I don't know how far they go, but, man, is he fun to watch. Left-hander, and he's got range. Certain guys, when they shoot, or even women, and when they make it, it's like they made it inside of a basket. It was that, dead on. And he shoots that way. Now, I think he averages like 15 a game. But if you get a chance and you watch his highlights, he's a lot of fun. And that's what's, the beauty of this, but it's also, to the detriment of the tournament where you're going, oh, wow, that guy, man, he's interesting or he's good. Yeah, he's one and done. And we have quite a few of those. Yes, Paulie.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. He played high school basketball in Japan. Then he came here and played at a small school called Ranger College, and then got picked up by Nebraska. Now he's their star.
But there's other players. R.J. Davis at North Carolina. Caleb Love, who was at North Carolina, going to Arizona. You have Zach Edey, of course, at Purdue. Tyler Kolek, the Marquette guard, who was, I think he's been the Big East Player of the Year maybe 2 years, but he's been injured. So there's some players that you're going to get introduced to. Cam Spencer at UConn. Like every year there's like that guy who stands out or that team that stands out. That's the fun part of this.